Industrialization project.
What made industrialization possible?
There were many different factors and new inventions that made the industrialization move rapidly. The new industries of steel, oil, and the railroads. People started to invest. The manifest destiny, which gave all the new land. The Civil War, which made the U.S. want to rebuild the south part of the U.S. Corporations began to use the trust and monopoly theory. The railroads fueled from growing of U.S. economy. How did this economic growth impact the national economy?
It brought new big business that made more money for the nation. Taxes. The more the business made, the more taxes they had to pay, and that benefited the nation's economy. New jobs. Labor workers receive a little more money to waste on everyday necessities. Increase the standard of living and the opportunity. Who were the giants of the industry at this time?
Samuel F. B. Morse invented the telegraph. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. The Wright brothers invented the airplane. Nicholas A. Oda invented the horseless carriages, who made transportation easier. J. Morris was the broker. J. D. Rockefeller first went to have trust in building railroads. Edwin L. Drake owned oil houses. Christopher Schultz invented the typewriter. Thomas invented the light bulb, phonograph, and the dictaphone with the assistance of Louis Latimer. Andrew Carnegie was the leader of steel and buildings. George Peleman, one of the most successful giants. How was labor affected?
There was various job opportunities, more crowded conditions. There were different working classes, including African Americans. The workers didn't care about work conditions because they knew if they didn't follow directions, they would be easily replaced. An example is the movie Modern Times that shows how workers are affected by migration and immigration.
In 1800, a lot of immigrants came to the U.S. For example, Great Britain had 28%, Ireland had 6%, Scandinavia had 5%, Germany 3%, as well as Italy. Russia had 16% and other European countries had 14%. Asians were 21%, North and South America had 3% and others 1%. They came to get jobs and immigration and migration.
Migration and immigration has changed now. Great Britain has a total percent of 3. Ireland has 1%. Scandinavia has 1% as well. Italy has 1% as well. Russia has 5%. Other European countries has. How do you explain the mass movement of millions of people?
The push-pull theory. The expansion of job opportunities made more people want to come to better themselves. Since there was more jobs, meant that there was more house provided. Therefore, the labor workers were able to live there. As well as the environment made people want to move from their homes to the U.S. With the climate change, it became easier to farm. Therefore, people began to get jobs and migrate to the U.S. because most of the farmers. What did the new surge in population provide in the U.S.?
As the immigrants came to the U.S., there were many changes. One of the biggest one was the economy grew. As the immigrants began to work, they also had to pay taxes. Therefore, there were many people working, which means more money to the nation. As there was already people coming, the population grew faster, which is equal for people to get sicker. Since population grew faster than expected, families had to live in small homes, which made. What reaction did the American establishment have to this phenomenon?
It created the population to increase, created different living environments, such as sanitation was really bad, places were too crowded, and there wasn't much security, which caused violence. Nativism, which is the act of being racist against another type of race. For example, the Chinese Exclusion Act, which didn't allow the Chinese to the U.S. We had also a better economic system. There was bigger nations, which mean more money to the U.S. economy. Thank you. Bye.